Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. French President Emmanuel Macron wants the world to seize the moment. After Friday night's strikes against regime targets in Syria, he's demanding a concerted drive to resurrect the international peace process, last seen late in 2016. Whether anyone listens may decide if Syria turns the corner towards peace or descends into an even more dangerous cycle of destruction. The strikes themselves were not about regime change or forcing Assad to negotiate, but about deterring the use of chemical weapons by the Assad regime, which remains free to kill Syrians with conventional methods. As David Miliband, the CEO of the International Rescue Committee, puts it, the strikes will become a historical footnote unless they are matched by a diplomatic offensive of sustained and serious character. Speaking with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday, Macron said the priority must be to initiate negotiations as soon as possible on a credible and inclusive political process, according to a statement from the Élysée Palace. It was a message he repeated after the strikes to US President Donald Trump and the Turkish leader Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Maybe the barest bones of such preparation are beginning to emerge. The US, UK and France, supported by Germany, agree that Syria's chemical weapons must be destroyed once and for all, there must be an immediate ceasefire, and that the Syrian regime has to accept a substantial agenda at the UN Geneva talks that would lead to what the French UN ambassador, François de Latter, calls an inclusive political solution. Bare bones indeed, and there won't be immediate progress in the current atmosphere. There are also plenty of headwinds. The US and Russia, for any sort of diplomacy to occur, the downward spiral of US-Russia relations needs to be arrested. In an interview with Fox News on Sunday, US Ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley said there were multiple issues we have with Russia right now, and she said more sanctions were coming this week. On a whole range of issues, from arms control to the mutual expulsions of diplomats after the poisoning of former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter in the UK and the issue of Russian meddling in the 2016 election campaign, relations are at their worst for decades. The tough sanctions imposed by Washington against members of Putin's inner circle this month have compounded the crisis. But after 3 years of military engagement, Russia won't easily give up its victories in Syria, victories designed to show it is still a great power and an effective ally, as well as give it a foothold in the Mediterranean. Looking for a US plan. US policy towards Syria is incoherent. Shortly before he was fired, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson set aside $200 million to stabilize northern Syria, where Kurdish-led militias who defeated ISIS are supported by some 2,000 US troops. There were plans to build a 30,000-strong border protection force. Tillerson's speech, the only expression of the Trump administration's policy towards Syria, has now been archived on the State Department website. President Trump then froze the $200 million and said he wanted US forces out of northern Syria very soon. Let the other people take care of it now, he told a rally in March. But a unilateral US withdrawal would leave the Kurds vulnerable to the regime, the Iranians, and the Turks. ISIS remnants will sniff out opportunities in the chaos. Other US officials, including Haley, have tried to temper talk of a withdrawal, but Assad may conclude that if he waits long enough, the US will lose interest. After all, Trump said on Friday, no amount of American blood or treasure can produce lasting peace and security in the Middle East. Why, then, make concessions? Waiting out half-hearted enemies is a key Assad survival tool, says Faisal Itani, a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council. There are certainly no signs that the regime is ready to discuss anything that would challenge Assad's hold on power. And so the political opposition won't come to the table.